FM Omahia, Family Love FM Omahia, and of course, Real FM Aba. As usual, the Honorable Commissioner for Information, Abia State, Prince Sir Okekano, is here to talk to us. Welcome, Honorable Commissioner.
Thank you, Francis. Good morning.
Well, my colleague Nkechi Mwoko is also here. Welcome, Nke.
Thank you so much, Franz. Honorable Commissioner, it's good to have you join us again on the show.
Thank you, Nkechi. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Well, I remain yours, Francis Womban is saying, stay tuned as we unveil the program for today. All right, Honorable Commissioner, something big is happening today, and of course, it has to do with our partners, the female gender. Of course, the grand finale of the 2025 Fabia Women August meeting is taking place today. This event is taking place at the International Conference Center in Omahia here. Honorable Commissioner, who are involved and what are we expecting at this event? Seems the magnitude of this year's own is really on a large scale.
Yeah, thank you, Francis. The grand finale of the August meeting of our women we hold today here in Omahia. And I must say that this year's version of August meeting has been so breathtakingly successful across the 17 LGAs. If you've monitored what has happened, it's been one success story from one AGA to the other, and our dear First Lady, Lady Priscilla Achidimoti, has moved across the state, the 17 LGAs, and has been interfacing with the women folk. And in the process, she's been encouraging women, empowering a lot of them, and speaking hope to them that there are better days ahead for them in the state. But most importantly, she has, through her efforts, given voice to our women, such that today, during the grand finale, no less a person than His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Abia State, Dr. Lex OTFR, will be there in person. Members of the State Executive Council, government appointees, and from outside the state, we're expecting people from Abuja, from the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs, and a lot of companies, partners, that decided to be part of the success story of this year's August meeting. So what is happening today is just a culmination of what has happened in the past 2 to 3 weeks across the state, where women have come together to talk about issues that concern them, gender-based issues, and all that. So it's going to be a great outing today, and we expect women from all over the place. The venue is the ICC, International Conference Center here in Omahia, and the time for the event is the official time, of course, is 10 a.m. Yeah.
Okay. Honorable Commissioner, still talking about women, do you really think that women are adequately represented in the Dr. Alex Oti-led administration in the state?
You're regurgitating this question, but I've effectively addressed this issue in the past. I may not be able to give you all the percentages now, because it's not just enough for me to say that junior is represented. I usually would like to go down to the brass tack, to the figures. But I must say that at different levels in governance, the women are not doing very badly. Amongst the State Executive Council, we have, let's say we have about 7% to 7 to 10% of our women represented. And when I say State Executive Council now, you have people who are members of the State Executive Council. Then you have people who attend Executive Council meeting in attendance. So if you factor in those numbers, you have about 12%, 12 to 15% of our women, they attend. And that speaks to the intentionality of the government to give our women folk a place on the seat of power. In terms of in the civil service, of course, you know that women quite outnumber the men. You come down to the number of the permanent secretaries. Women will have about 65% of our permanent secretaries, almost 70% as women. They are women. Then you come to appointees, the other level of appointees in government, you have about 32-33%. And with the recent appointments that the governor has made since the last time I revisited these figures, I'm sure these percentages have gone up somewhat, right? So if you factor in all the appointments in the state, the women may have hit up to 35%. And that is in line with affirmative requirement for women. So I know the standard. I know the last time was about 33% or thereabout. But like I said, with these recent appointments, that figure may have surpassed the 35%. So our women are being given their rightful place here in the state. And His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti, the governor of Abia State, is driving this narrative. He believes so much in the ability of our women to hold their own any day, anytime. And that's why you see a couple of our women in very strategic positions in government. Of course, you know that the accountant general of this state is a woman.
Yeah.
The auditor general of this state is a woman, right? So you have women in very strategic positions in the state. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, right, from the State Executive Council meeting yesterday, we were also informed that the state health insurance scheme has surpassed its 2025 enrollment target of 100,000 participants. Can you throw more light on what this is all about? It seems we're breaking new paths in the health sector every day.
Yeah, sure. At the onset, the Minister of Health set a target of 100,000 participants from the formal sector for the 2025 year. But what has happened is that precisely as at the 17th of August, they looked at the figures and found out that they had surpassed the target for the whole year. Whereas they set a target of about 100,000 people, participants, by 17th of August, they had 103,000 participants plus. So what that means is that before the end of the year, they may have hit maybe 150 or maybe something close to 200,000. So, and that has encouraged them now to go ahead to launch the second phase. And the second phase is the informal sector. You know, the formal sector relates to those who are civil servants and public servants. But this second phase now is for the informal sector, and this will touch almost every other Abia. So what this speaks to is the confidence that people, the participants have, in the scheme, that through their participation in the scheme, that their healthcare problems will be tackled. Okay, and with the huge investments that the state government is making in the health sector, cannot be any better than this. There's renewed confidence in that sector, and people are buying into that program, and it can only get better. Of course, you know that if you're a civil servant, that's no matter how much you earn, might not be able to carry you through if you have a very serious ailment. So your best bet will be to participate in this scheme, and what the government takes out from your salary is next to nothing. Of course, at the onset, His Excellency made very huge investments to support that scheme. So that's to make it easy for civil servants to participate. And I guess that has encouraged a lot of them to come forward to participate in this program. So, like I will always say, it can only get better. Yeah, the figure will continue to grow. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Now, still talking about latest developments in the health sector, we also gathered that about 121 primary health centers have been completed. We'd like to find out from you, sir, how many are functional at the moment, and where are they currently located?
Yeah, if you recall, I've said it repeatedly on this program, 200 PSCs were launched at the onset, and the program was codenamed Project Equipment.
Yes.
Because the governor will tell you something and he'll go ahead to do it.
Get it done.
Yeah. So let me put it on, in context. This state has 948 primary health centers. But by the time we came in, almost none of them, they were not functional. And the governor took a good look at these PSCs and said, okay, the primary health center is at the core of healthcare. So we decided to, bring back those PSCs, primary health centers, to work and cater to the health needs of the people. So 200 were picked, and picking 200 meant that every ward in this state, we have 184 political wards. Every ward has one, right? And that is in consonance with the strategic, framework with which this government, deals with issues of development. So 200 PSCs were picked, and every ward got one. Some got two, some ages got two, and the reason they got these extras are these ones that are very large. So we had 184 PSCs for every ward, then additional 16 were allotted to some other LGA. So that brought the number to 200. Now, out of these 200, 121 have been completed. But government again got strategic and said, no, we can't go around and be commissioning these 200 PSCs. So out of the number that have been completed, government chose 17 from the 17 LGAs. So if one is commissioned, it becomes representative of other PSCs in that particular LGA. So government has functionalized 17. Now, when I say functionalized, what it means is that it is not enough to just build the PSCs or innovate them, as the case may be. But after building them more, what next? The equipment, that is the key requirement. Putting the necessary equipment that will help our health workers to deliver these required healthcare services to the Abia citizenry. So 17 of them have been functionalized. That means they're up and running. In fact, there was one where they went to functionalize and a woman gave birth there. And thank God the facilities were already in place. These are stories, that we need to be telling. So that is the essence of primary healthcare, center. So 17 have been functionalized. Additional 33 have been earmarked to be functionalized. And that, at the end of the day, will bring this second phase to 50 altogether. Like you did ask, 121 are already up and running. They've finished, constructing them, but they've not been functionalized.
Okay.
So 50 will be functionalized when this 33 are done with. I see picking 33 means that almost all the LGAs have two each. Do you understand?
Yes.
They have two each LGA. So after the this 50, the third phase will now be 50 additional PSCs. And altogether, that will bring the third phase about 100 functionalized. And this will keep running until all the PSCs in the state are built up and equipped for use by Abians. So that's what that program speaks to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Honorable Commissioner, our time is fast spent. But before we go open the lines for people to start calling in, Abia will be 34 years old tomorrow. In fact, 27th of August is Abia's anniversary. We're expecting that maybe the president would have been doing something in terms of rolling out the drums for Abia 34. What are we expecting tomorrow?
We are not rolling out any drums. When you have your hands on the plow, you don't look back, you don't celebrate. Don't forget that we are trying to play down our second anniversary until the governor said, okay, let's just, celebrate. And Abians went out to celebrate. And we did that. I don't think it makes sense just 2 months after Thereby want to roll out the drums again. That could be a bit distracting. We have our hands on the plow. The governor is in a hurry to deliver democracy dividends to Abians. What you may get will be in form of maybe some statement. You know what I'm saying, to Abians. But to say rolling out the drums, no. It's just like a birthday. I don't know when last you celebrated your birthday.
I do every year.
They do
a few months ago.
I did mine just 2 months ago.
But you did roll out the drums.
Yeah, I did it.
So it's not every time you roll out the drums. So in this case, yes, we're happy Abia will be 34, right? By tomorrow.
By tomorrow.
Yes, and we're happy at the pace of development in the state. Everything has changed since the past 2 years, but I don't think we want to roll out the drums. The governor and his team were in a hurry to deliver, we don't want to get distracted. We're going into our 3rd year. There's a lot to be done. So what Abians may get will be just words of encouragement, words of hope from the seat of power. But to say we're rolling out the drums, no. Abians should just go about their businesses and keep their eyes on the ball and do those things they do that makes us Abians. Keep at their, different jobs, farmers, teachers, school children, everybody, the civil servants, everybody keep working so that at the end of the day, we'll say that, yes, Abia State has taken its place as the #1 state in the country.
Right, Honorable Commissioner, Abia was created alongside states like Enugu State, KB, Osun, and the rest of that. I think about 5 or 6 states. Would you say Abia has done really well in terms of development these 34 years of existence?
Did I hear you say Abia was created with Enugu?
Yeah,
no,
alongside.
No, get your history right, Francis. Enugu had been there all these years. Enugu State. And if you recall, Enugu had been the capital of the Southeast.
Yeah.
A long time. And,
formerly with Anambra
Fine.
State.
So from
okay.
So, but coming to, I know where you're headed. This government does not compare itself with other states because the circumstances of every other state are different from each other. But what this government does is to benchmark what states are doing, whether they're contemporaries or not, right? So in terms of development, I'll tell you that before Abia wasn't doing well, and we know the reasons. The years of the locusts that we had here. And that is what this government has come in to correct. You now know that the pace of development in the state in the past 2 years has been moving at a supersonic speed. And that's the reason I told you I'm not even celebrating anything. We have work to do. We want to turn this state around for good. And Abia is rising on all fronts. Okay, so a lot of people fall into that temptation of this state and that state. No, we're doing our thing, and whatever we're doing, all men and women of goodwill are recognizing what Abia State is doing. You know that we are no longer where we used to be. We may not have gotten to where we want to be. That Eldorado that the state government, the governor is taking us to based on his vision. But we've moved on. The train has left the station. The train of development has left the station, and it's not going to stop. So we are moving on, and we'll keep doing the things that we're supposed to do to make Abia the #1 state in the country. So when people call states, the areas where we have done so well, the areas where we need to do some more. But what is key is that this present state government has changed the narrative for the better. Abia is moving and rising on a daily basis on every other sector of governance. Yeah.
So as Enke, I think it's time to open.
You can call us
so
on
that, we can take some few calls before we round up.
They're calling already. The number once again is 0814.
I hope all the old suspects will not call today.
We are hoping you guys will call.
Let's hear new people.
Okay. 0814299148. Let's see who's calling now.
It looks like I know that voice. Who is that? Please, your name? I can't hear. Please, the volume, turn it up, Nkechi. I can't hear. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Who is speaking? Chiemela block mode, right? Yes. So what happened? What happened? I can't hear you. What happened?
The New Yam Festival.
The New Yam Festival people.
Okay, ndị na-eme New Yam Festival. Chere, ndị na-eme festival. Yes. Okay, your message is taken and something will be done about it. Thank you very much.
08142991448. We've got another caller now.
I encountered some young people last night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was very late. Apparently because of the car I was driving, there was no harassment as such. But you know that seeing young people gather together like that, there's always this tendency for some of them to lose it, act funny. So I think we have to look into this matter, because I'm sure it's not a one-day thing.
Yeah, it's continuing today.
So we may have to do something about it. Let them go about to do what they want to do, but don't molest members of the public. And I'm using this medium to call on the leaders in Umuahia, Ibeku community, principally, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Please, as you celebrate your New Yam Festival, that is the right thing to do, you know, to promote our culture and strengthen our culture. But please, other people have their right. Where your right stops, that of the next person starts. Please talk to your young people. As they celebrate, they must not harass members of the public. We will not want to get any reports, in that regard, because governments will always intervene if other people's rights, particularly right of movement, is curtailed in any way. So please celebrate quietly. Of course, Umuahia is not just made up of Ibe. They are the host community here, no doubt about that. But please celebrate with some decorum so that others will have their way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir,
for that contribution, Chairman and Block Move.
Hello, who's on the line? Your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello, good morning.
Can you raise your voice a bit?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead.
This is Chief Nnokwam Mosu.
Chief Nnokwam.
I am calling from Inyeweka Autonomous Community in Umuopara, Umuahia.
From Umuopara?
Yes, Umuopara, Umuahia South.
Okay.
Biko ọkwa ihe a onye isi Igbo a kwuru ka m chọrọ ikwu n'ihi na ana m abụta anya ahụ o nyere nsogbu irute Umuahia esiri ọsọ ọgbara ebe niile. Mgbe ahụ ọ dị otu ugbu a ụfọ ọchị ahụ erikabe ya nke wee waji awa erichawa agawa iwe kwenye ya n'ama n'ama ọ ga-enye nsogbu ma ha were aka ala enye ya. Biko na ụmara ụta ga-eji sie tụrụ anyị na ka ekpere na-echu oyi. Ndewo
ndị ọgọ m. Ndewo Chibuosu. Ama m na ndị ọkpara bụ ndị ọgọ m, ama m na ndị ọkpara na-aga eme otu ahụ. And for you to complain, a whole chief from Umuopara is a big problem. So we will take it very seriously and see what we can do to ensure that they celebrate their New Yam Festival, but others will move freely in the state. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you, Chief. Ndewo. Can I say my wife is from Umuopara?
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Honorable Commissioner for Information.
Good morning, sir. Who am I speaking with? Your name, please.
Seems to
looks like we've lost the call.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. I noticed how much chicken is one there.
Chikezi Obonaya.
Yes, the moment I have an aqua.
Okay, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Have you can't make a good macaron mono?
Go ahead, please.
Chickens that were listening. I think it's gone. We're having a little bit of a network problem. But, it's 142991448. Okay.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Honorable Commissioner for Information.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kate. Prince Mobani.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
Peter from Mumbai.
Chika.
Peter.
Okay, Peter. Peter who?
Peter Ebuka from Mumbai.
Okay, you're welcome.
Please, I want to talk about this Ikotep Road.
Talk about what?
Ikotep Road.
Okay.
The purpose, the governor gave the Honorable Commissioner for Work to do something about it. Nothing has been done since then.
Well, yeah, I can feel you. I know there are some portions of that road that are very bad. Of course, you know it's a federal road, yes. But in this state, hold on, Peter. But in this state, we don't usually differentiate between state and federal roads, provided Abians use the road, right? The governor has given his directives. Well, I can tell you that there are a few details they need to work out. You don't just jump into and start working. And I can assure you that once those discussions are done with, we'll do something on that road. It might just be a palliative. They have to, reconstruct that road. Okay.
What about Radisson Blue and the Imba Hotel?
Yeah, they're coming up very soon. I can assure you that within the next 4 weeks, everything being equal, that hotel project will be flagged off. Most likely, that's in Aba, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So every other, the government and the responsible officials are crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's. And like I said, very soon government will flag off that project. Okay. Yes.
I want the pensioners are complaining about.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's see. Complain about what?
And their name are not being added up in the payroll. The BCA and the Absolute.
BCA and Absolute.
Yes.
Where did they tell you that one, Peter?
I heard it on the sister radio station.
Okay, well, I'm not clear about that, but I can assure you, you know that our pensioners are getting their dues. They are being paid every month as and when due since 2024, right? The balloon payment that the governor made to them. Now, the issue of gratuity that has been causing a lot of problems, the governor has set a committee to look into that after a meeting he had with the national leaders of Nigerian Union of Pensioners. So that is ongoing. By the time that report comes out, the government will address those issues. But coming to BCA and Absolute, I don't know the particular aspect of the complaints, but I know that the government is not leaving out any group whatsoever in this payment of pensioners. I do know there were issues with some BCA retirees in the past, but that problem has been addressed. So if there are any outstanding issues about that, I'm not aware. I need to be well briefed so that we look into whatever the issues are. We're here to serve the people, and once we hear these things, we make the necessary representations to the officers that handle them, and they will be handled. So I'm not aware of any fresh complaints from BCA and Absolute. If you are telling me about the workers there, of course, you know the promise the governor made at the right time, sometime last year, to pay the accumulated salaries of workers, and I can assure you all that has been, done. Whatever has not been done means that maybe they are staggered payments, but the workers there are not complaining, not to my knowledge. I hope that addresses your anxieties, Peter. Thank you for your contribution. Now, I'm not so clear about what he meant there.
All right, I can also assure him that I'm here, and of course there were issues initially. Those have been cleared. I think the government looked into the matters of BCA pensioners. So we are not aware of any fresh cases.
I followed it up.
Yeah.
Or they were coming to me and I said, no, that's my own immediate constituency. And it was handled. So I don't know where it's coming from. Sometimes there could be one person or two who may not have done one writing or the other, some verification issues, or even bank issues, because some of them will have problems with their banks. And when they go to the banks will not be clear with what has happened, and they'll think it's the government. But when you go further, I find out that is an issue with the bank in terms of receipt of their pensions and giving them access to those.
We also have channels where they can also complain officially, and we've not received it.
No. So I wonder where that this thing came from. But just as well we mentioned it, we keep asking questions. Good morning. Who is on the line? Hello?
Victor from Umuahia.
Okay. Victor.
See, they want to talk about this bank rules. The contractors are not.
This sounds
very much like Peter that called before.
And he says his name is another thing.
Okay, please, can you call us sometime next week? Let another person.
No, let me answer him. Don't cut him off.
Okay.
Leave him. Hello.
All right, go ahead.
I want to talk about the bank rules.
Yeah. What about the bank rule? He said
This bank rule, the contract is taking so much time.
It's taking so much time.
Yeah, the construction of that bank rule.
Don't tempt me to call you a tortoise, Victor. You know the story of the tortoise that was in a pit where they had phases for 70 years. So the very day they said they were bringing him out, they said they should come and bring him out very fast. That the phases is the order from the phases was driving him to death. That's what you're displaying. But having said that, that road has been expanded and quite a lot is going on there. In government is trying to put up a roundabout before you carry out some construction, you carry out some studies. And I want to assure you that in the next 1 month or two, what you see around that space will really shock you. So these are not things we just come. There was some form of a roundabout there or something, but the traffic was not flowing well. So government has decided to redraw that whole area. So just keep your fingers crossed, and in the next 4 to 6 weeks, you see a lot of changes that will impress you. Don't forget that what has slowed down the construction work is the fact that that road is a major road in the town, and government cannot close it down completely, so that we don't cause a traffic logjam in the state. So in the state capital, so what is happening is, you see, sometimes they open one part of the road, they construct something, they close it up, they open the other one. So it has slowed down the pace of work. But I want to assure you that with the increasing scope of work and the things they want to do, you see a lot happening soon. Was there any traffic light around that area before now? No. You now have one. All the way from the junction where you have the filling station. What is it called? The beginning of Bank of
the Opera Square,
from Opera Square area, all the way down to Government House, down to FMC and all that. So these changes are being introduced, Mr. Victor, that has the voice of Peter.
Okay, we have another caller.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, my honorable commissioner. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, able presenters. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Mr. Chijoke.
Mr.
From Benderosi.
Chijoke. Okay.
Mr. Chijoke from Benderosi.
Okay.
Yes,
good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I just want to thank you again for the enlightenment towards the governance of Abia State we are witnessing now, I believe that Abians are now seeing the good government, unlike before. What they normally see or hear is all about good project everywhere, but they can't see it. So I'm happy now that this government is doing what they told Abians that they should do for him. Trying to say is that Abians should continue to be focused with this government. I believe that Alex Otti did not come to Abia State as a government of Abia State to deceive anybody. And if you check 17 state of Abia State, his signature is everywhere. And I want Abians to continue to pay Alex Otti back with support. Anywhere you see things going wrong, please don't close your mouth. Let the security agents to know all those things. Because Alex Otti cannot be everywhere. And all those projects we are talking about, it's all about Abia State to be a place to emulate, to other states to emulate. So now we can no longer talk about going workers again in Abia State. We cannot no longer talk about going pensioners again. It's only the issue of settling with some things about the pensioners now. And I thought you have also gave order in issue of pension to make sure that all this issue about pension will be settled.
Mr. Chijioke, can you round up? Our time is fast spent, please.
Yes, my brother. I am rounding up Action Abians to let us not allow all those enemies of India to deceive us. Let us focus on governance Alex Otti is giving to us. And we still have rights to condemn or to say, Governor, this one is not going the way we think. But to allow anybody to bring what we don't want in Abia State, we don't need it. We need in Abia State.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, sir. Can we help?
Well, I want to thank Mr. Chijioke for his kind words. He's asking Abians to keep supporting the government, and that when people notice that things are going wrong, they should get in touch with government officials. That is what good leadership and full leadership is all about. And the government cannot be everywhere. The governor cannot be everywhere. We, the police, cannot be everywhere. But once you see things go wrong, it's your bit to let us know, because at the end of the day, we are working for you. Government and government is about the people. So when you see things and you don't talk about them, you're changing yourself as a citizen. But when you see them, things are going wrong, just like a couple of them have done today, it will be the better for them. And of course, it gives us, the momentum to keep doing what we're doing.